From the past, present, and future, stories can be told from all ages. On Friday, we met with Greg and Linda Spice, who have both been volunteering since the 1980s, but sadly, this is their last year at Canadian Nationals.
I'm Linda Spice, the Judges Coordinator for the Canadian National Show.
I'm Gary Spice, and I'm a scribe this year for the performance classes. Well, I started in 1987. There was a problem with the Eastern facility where they were going to hold the Nationals in '87, and as a result, IHA at the time was going to move the Canadian Nationals to New York or New Jersey, someplace in the eastern United States. And those of us that were raising Arabs decided that that couldn't happen. So we got together, 2 or 3 of us, and talked to the city of Regina and all of the people involved, such as the Hotels Association, the restaurateurs, and people that were interested in promoting the city. And we talked with the IHA people, and they came up and looked at the facilities, and we held meetings after meetings to make sure that it was going to work the way it should work, or we thought it should work. And they were ultimately very supportive, and we held the first show then in '88. The judging has been developing all the time. The judging seminars that the judges have to go to has made their job a lot easier, I think, in the long run. And so you get better development of the horse and the breed in general.
Well, number one, I think we love the breed and we love the people associated with.
Yeah.
And we've got a really good team of people who work at the Canadian Nationals. And we've developed our own systems and know our jobs really well, so it's kind of just fun week to come and work at the Nationals.
I think the main reason that we're involved with the Arabian horse was because of the horses. Mm-hmm. You know, they're a fantastic animal, and lots of people don't understand that. They see them as hyper and uncontrollable, and that's not true at all. And then after you get involved with the Arabians, the people are the next best thing. And there's so many wonderful people. Even, you know, we've met friends across the states, all over. And we only get to see them once a year usually, and that's at the Nationals. But that's important. It's very important to us. Yes.
It's time for somebody else to have the opportunity to work with.
Been doing it for 31 years. That's enough time, I guess. You know. But one of the problems that seems to be developing is that we don't have the young people involved with the shows like we used to. You know, well, maybe that's because we were young at one time, and it seemed like we could all get together and be young people and run a show. Today, there aren't many young people left to run the show, so that's one of the problems they're going to have in the future.
More youth involved, number one.
I noticed this year there's a good representation of kids out there. A lot of kids showing, and that's a great thing. But apart from them showing, now we've got to get them involved in the actual operation of the show. Ultimately, we need their help.
Yeah. There's been so many beautiful horses, and just watching them win and see them go on, like the May win at Halter, and then we've seen them in performance later on, and that's been a real pleasure to me.
Oh,
to
yeah.
see that. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons that we get involved, is because of the horses. And you saw the best horses in the world coming here, and that was great. And you still see them. I mean, they're coming back, their offspring are coming back and performing. And of course, the breeders have improved the breeding programs, and they keep bringing out better horses. Now, it's hard to improve on an Arab, but they can do that to a certain degree, and we get new ones all the time coming.
It's also nice to see the breeders coming and the same people, the trainers coming every year after year. But it's also great to see the individual owners that maybe just have 1 or 2 horses in their farm or yard, and they bring them and they do very well at the Nationals. So
Yeah.
they've got to keep competing and keep coming back and keep trying.
When we got married 45 years ago, or roughly, I owned a horse. It was a part Arab, and my wife owned a standard bred mare. And we were going to breed the standard bred mare, so we took her to the best stallion we could find in the province way back then, a standard bred stallion. And as it turned out, she couldn't become in foal. She had scar tissue, so we gave up that and we decided instead to find an Arab. So we bought our first Arab almost right away. We didn't know anything about Arabs at the time, and so we bought a small little Arab mare.
Yeah.
It just grew because we ended up loving them so much and working with them so much.
And over the years, we've bred and raised about 100 foals.
Yeah, we've had
Years, yeah.
lots of animals.
It was fun. We enjoyed every minute.
Yeah.
Gary did the halter showing.
Yeah.
I did the riding.
Riding.
And, yeah, good team.
And we sold a lot of horses to people, and they're happy customers. So that's why we stayed in it.
The horses kept our sanity. We were both teachers and taught young people, and we had the horses, and they were good therapy for us. So. And
You
it
do-
was a
yeah.
family thing too,
Oh,
which
yes.
really helped.
You can get involved with the horses, and it doesn't cost you very much to do that. It's just to buy a national quality horse is more expensive and more difficult. But you can start small and work your way up. It's just a matter of time and effort on your part.
We also talked with Jeff Schumacher, the general manager for the Keystone Center, about the signing of a contract to bring Canadian Nationals back to Brandon for the next 5 years.
We feel a fantastic connection between the local people and all of the fabulous exhibitors that come near and far. We're extremely thrilled and grateful that a new arrangement, a renewed arrangement has occurred to extend this important relationship by a minimum of another 5 years, and hopefully for long after that.
Jeff Schumacher, and I'm the general manager of the Keystone Center here in Brandon, Manitoba. Yeah, so basically, this is an event that we've been hosting for many years, and it's been very successful here, obviously, with the economic impact, and this being a unique set of facilities for an event like this, you actually need a massive property that's very functional in a lot of different ways. And so I take no credit for this whatsoever because I've only been on board for 2 weeks, but I think all parties involved had kind of been talking about, you know, do we want to continue this for the next 5 years? And I think for us, this is something, again, that we've known for a while here, but when we had the event in town, we wanted to kind of announce to everyone that we're going to enter into a new 5-year agreement. So basically, the event has committed to the next 5 years, potentially 7 years. And for us, it's a great event, great time of year. Again, it's good weather this time of year, which helps as well. And I think at this point, it's kind of one of those things where everybody knows everybody, you know, the facility, your vendors, your competitors, they get used to kind of the city. And it makes a lot of sense for everyone. And it's just nice to know, okay, we can plan now as an event, they can plan for the next 5 years. Their job will be a lot easier. I think, you know, if you looking at a couple things, so from the pure economic impact, so sometimes, you know, in my role, my job is to book events. bigger picture. That's probably my number one job. And I think for us, this event and that whole world is, I mean, it's as big as we can get. So I think for us, you know, it's two things. Economic impact, I think there was a study done for the community about 4.5 million. So it's a big deal. This is the type of event though where, you know, it's not like a concert where you book a concert for one day and it's not really so much economic impact, it's just kind of fun for your community. This is that one where it's the heads of the beds of the taxes and people are buying stuff, people are shopping, and it's that bigger picture. Like this is more of that, not just for the city even, it's for Manitoba, for the province. So it's beyond just being good for us, it's really that bigger picture. These are the types of things that you want to actually book and confirm for the next 5 years. I think, so this one is a little interesting and unique because, you know, we're not just talking about now Manitoba here. So like I moved from the United States, so when we talk about the two countries, I kind of bridged that gap pretty good on my own. But I think this one though, it's more, people are coming from all over the place. So I'm moving from California, we have people from California. They're coming from both coasts, even in Canada, but this is really one of those where we're drawing people from all over. I think for us, locally, it's going to probably be more, we want to get the word out that this is actually a free event. So if you're into that world or there's educational components here, we'd like to invite the entire community, whether it be the city of Brandon or the province of Manitoba. Just come out and have a good time. Free event, you know, we'll have food, beverage open. And so certainly we have today and one more day to do that, but there's always next year as well. It makes sense for the event to be here. We really just want the community to know, hey, this is a free event. You know, come on out.
Saturday is the last day of classes at the 2017 Canadian Nationals, but we are very excited for the next 5 years to come.